40th lesson. Following a bank robber.
We're following the bank robber, Sergeant. He's sitting at the bar in his hotel.
Is there anyone with him, Constable?
There's a beautiful girl standing next to him. But she's not talking to him, she's reading the paper. I think they know we're watching them. It must be because I'm wearing my uniform.
Exercise.
Excuse me, Constable. I'm looking for a newsagent.
Is there anybody with him?
He's standing next to his wife.
Hi, you must be Anne.
My kids watch television only at the weekend.
"41st lesson. Meeting Dave's friend at the airport.
Kathy, Mike's arriving from Texas this afternoon. Can you meet him at the airport?
But I don't know him. How can I recognize him?
You'll recognize him as soon as he gets off the plane. He's at least 6 feet tall and weighs 20 stone. He's got long grey hair, blue eyes and a white beard. He always wears a yellow and black shirt, red leather cowboy boots and an enormous green hat.
Yeah, no problem.
Exercise.
Mike and Lisa are arriving this afternoon.
How tall is he?
At least 6 feet.
Her hair is black and her eyes are blue.
You get on at Waterloo and you get off at Trafalgar Square.
He always wears red leather cowboy boots.
"42nd lesson.
Can anyone help me? I'm looking for a bank.
There's one next to the butcher's. Go back to the post office and turn left.
Thanks. Hey, you must be Dave.
Yeah. How do you know?
Because you're wearing a cowboy hat.
"43rd lesson. The General Election, Part 1.
Vote Conservative. We're going to change Britain. We're going to cut taxes for everybody. We're going to spend more on healthcare. And we're going to increase pensions. Don't listen to the government. They say they want progress, change, and innovation, and they do, but not yet.
Exercise.
Take care of yourself.
Listen, don't spend all your money.
Oh dear, it's going to rain.
Cut her a piece of cheese, please.
They're going to cut petrol prices.
"44th lesson. Mothers.
My son's bigger and stronger than your son, and he's also slimmer and nicer.
Yes, but my son's more intelligent, and he's much more interesting.
So what? I really don't care, because my son's going to be a brain surgeon.
But he's only 8 months old.
Maybe, but he's more ambitious than other children.
Exercise.
Perhaps he can help you. He's a surgeon.
He's stronger than you.
I don't care.
Do you think they're interested?
Maybe.
So what? I'm more ambitious than other women.
Her daughter's going to be a teacher. "45th lesson. What's on television?"
What's on television this evening?
I don't know. Look in the paper.
The news starts at 7 o'clock. And there's a good film on BBC at 9.
Yes, but what time is match of the day?
Oh, Simon, you know I can't stand sports.
Well, there's ice skating at 10:15.
That's a much better idea. A bit of culture.
Exercise.
What's on telly tonight?
I don't know.
I can't stand your mother.
She doesn't care.
I have a much better idea. Let's go home.
The news starts at 6 and there's a film at 9:15.
I'm a bit hungry. Give me a sandwich.
"46th lesson. Whose is this?
Whose pen is this?
It's mine. It's got my name on it.
Can I borrow it to write a letter?
I hate lending things. Where's yours? Ask Kate if you can borrow hers. Or maybe Simon can lend you his.
You're joking. He's got more sense.
Exercise.
Lend me some money.
You must be joking.
Whose is this pen?
I think it's mine.
She hates lending her things, but I need to borrow a pencil.
Where's yours?
It's at home.
Ask Simon.
He's got more sense.
"47th lesson. The General Election, Part 2.
Before you decide to vote Conservative, compare their promises with ours. New Labour's the greatest party in Britain. We're the biggest, the strongest, and the most intelligent. And our policies are certainly more democratic than theirs. Remember, capitalism means that one man exploits another, but socialism's exactly the opposite. Vote New Labour, the best choice for Britain.
Exercise.
I want to compare their car with ours before I buy a new one.
Karim's the biggest and strongest child in the school.
What's the best restaurant in London?
That's a great idea. Let's compare our policies with theirs.
Politics is much more important than politicians.
"48th lesson. Booking a flight.
Good morning, Alpha Travel. How can I help you?
I want to book a flight to Glasgow, please.
Certainly. When do you want to fly?
I don't mind. Any time next week.
I'm sorry, we have nothing before the 28th of October. Everything is fully booked.
Do you have any flights to Edinburgh?
Yes, but you have to travel via New York.
Exercise.
I want to book a flight to Glasgow, please.
You can come any time next week.
Do you want coffee or tea?
I really don't mind.
I'm sorry, but everything is fully booked.
What do you want for breakfast?
Nothing. I'm not hungry.
49th lesson.
I'm going to buy a new car.
You can borrow mine if you like.
No thanks. Yours is much too old.
Old? It's bigger, better and more comfortable than your car. In fact, anything is better than your car.
I don't care. I want the best car money can buy.
You know what they say? You can't have everything.
'50th lesson. Time flies.
So tell me, how was your holiday?
We visited my aunt in Portsmouth. It was fun. We stayed in a nice bed and breakfast near her flat, and we explored the tourist attractions. You know, the Victory, the D-Day Museum, the beach, that kind of thing. We were really lucky with the weather. It rained only once. We wanted to go to the Isle of Wight, but it wasn't possible. We only had a week, and time flies when you're having fun.
Exercise.
They were really lucky with the weather.
Sally goes to the gym once or twice a week.
The film was really funny.
We stayed in a nice bed and breakfast near her flat.
Time flies when you're having fun.
'51st lesson. A famous citizen of Portsmouth.
Charles Dickens, the great writer, was born in Portsmouth in 1812.
He had a very unhappy childhood. The family was poor, the father went to prison, and the young Charles worked in a factory.
Later, he went to London and started a job as a reporter.
He published his first book when he was only 24.
It was very successful, and Dickens was immediately famous.
He produced around 20 books, mainly novels and travel books.
Charles Dickens died in 1870 and was buried in Westminster Abbey.
Exercise.
3 important dates in British history are 1702, 1800 and 1939.
We have around 700 books.
They went to the cinema at the weekend.
He worked in a factory and then started a job as a reporter.
Is she unhappy?
No, just unlucky.
"50-second lesson. Rivals.
Maggie, how come you like Adrian more than me? Okay, he's very good looking, but so am I.
Adrian's very generous. He buys me fantastic presents.
Aha. But did you know that I'm really rich?
Him too. He inherited a fortune from his grandparents.
I'm much richer than him. I invested my money in the stock market.
Ah, but Adrian has a big advantage over you.
Oh, yeah? And what's that? Is he more fun than me?
No, it's not that. He's single, and you're not.
Exercise.
How come you like Tim more than me?
He's very handsome.
Me too?
How can I help you?
A single to Manchester, please.
Yes, but she's richer than them.
He's very generous and he buys her fantastic presents.
"53rd lesson. A few drinks.
Darling, there's no butter or yogurt in the fridge.
Sorry, love. I didn't go shopping yesterday.
But I asked you to go to the supermarket after work.
I know, but I didn't leave the office until 9. And then I went for a drink with some of the guys from work.
You didn't go to the Red Lion, did you?
I'm afraid I did, but I only had a few drinks, honestly. I had a little of that foreign beer called cognac.
Exercise.
Do you want something to drink?
Orange juice, please.
The kitchen has a fridge but no freezer.
I'm afraid I can't come with you tomorrow.
I have a few childhood friends in Manchester.
She didn't leave the office till 9 last night.
"54th lesson. A terrible memory.
Where did I put my blue trousers? I can't find them anywhere. I had them yesterday, so they must be somewhere.
Did you look in the wardrobe in the bedroom?
Of course. I looked everywhere. Oh, here they are.
You really have a terrible memory, haven't you?
I do. Once I forgot my mother's birthday, and she was really angry.
I'm sure she was. What did she say?
She said nothing at all. For 6 months.
Exercise.
Did you look in the bathroom?
Yes, and in the living room.
Everywhere you look, you see fast food restaurants.
She has a terrible memory for names and dates, hasn't she?
Once I forgot my mother's birthday, but only once.
Are you angry?
No, I'm hungry.
55th lesson. Stop worrying. At the airport.
At last we're off on holiday for 3 whole weeks.
Frank, I'm worried about leaving the house empty. Did you turn off all the lights and the central heating?
Of course I did, love. Stop worrying.
Did you lock all the doors?
Yes, I did. And I said goodbye to the neighbours.
And did you make sure the windows were closed?
What? Do you think I'm absent-minded?
Good morning. Can I see your tickets and passports, please?
Oh no! I left my handbag on the kitchen table.
Exercise.
The guy at the ticket window said the museum closes at 5.
I said goodbye to my next-door neighbour.
Don't forget to close the windows and lock the doors.
She's worried about leaving the house empty.
He loves to go window shopping, but he never buys anything.
"56th lesson.
Last month, we went to Portsmouth to see my aunt. We visited all the tourist sites. It was good fun.
Where did you stay? In a hotel?
No, we stayed in a nice bed and breakfast near the D-Day Museum.
Did you go to the Isle of Wight? It's very famous.
No, I'm afraid we didn't have time. We didn't leave London until Tuesday, and we only had a week. Unfortunately, I forgot my aunt's birthday, and she was very angry.
I didn't know you were so absent-minded.
"57th lesson. A job interview.
Salford 779-883, hello?
Could I speak to Catherine Barnes, please?
This is Kathy Barnes speaking. Who is this?
My name's Rajiv Gupta. I'm Human Resources Manager at Online. I'd like you to come for an interview with our company.
But I sent you an application and a CV more than 6 months ago.
I know. I apologise, but we're always busy at this time of year. Are you still interested in a job with us?
Of course I am. When would you like me to come?
As soon as possible. How about next Thursday?
Exercise.
Salford 998771, hello?
Could I speak to Kathy Barnes, please?
Speaking.
I'd like you to come next Monday.
Is he still working in Salford?
Of course he is.
I apologise, but we're always very busy during the summer.
"58th lesson. The good news.
Hello, I must speak to Simon Barnes. It's really important.
I'm afraid he's in a class at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yes. Could you tell him that his wife called, please?
Later.
Hello, darling. You wanted me to call you back?
Guess what? I've got an interview with Online.
That's wonderful news. Hello? Speak louder. I'm on my mobile.
You know I sent my CV to them 6 months ago? Well, this morning I was doing the housework when the phone rang. It was the personnel director himself. He said he wants me to go to York next week. I'm so excited. I really wasn't expecting this.
Darling, I must go. Tell me all about it this evening. Goodbye.
Exercise.
I'm afraid she's busy at the moment. Can I take a message?
Please ask her to call me back on my mobile.
Tell me all about it this evening.
Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Can you guess what we talked about?
"59th lesson. The right clothes.
How are you going to get to York for the interview?
Right now, I'm more worried about how I'm going to dress.
Why don't you wear what you were wearing yesterday?
What? The brown suit? No way! It makes me look too old.
Then why not wear a pair of jeans and a sweater?
Don't be silly. I can't wear jeans for an interview.
Why not? I thought IT companies were very relaxed.
Very funny. Anyway, it's much easier for men. You have a suit for every day of the year, don't you?
Yes, I do. The one I'm wearing now.
Exercise.
I think the train gets to London at 10.
Could you lend me some money?
No way.
Right now, I'm worried about how I'm going to dress tomorrow.
Don't be silly. You can't wear jeans and a sweater for an interview.
I thought IT companies were very informal.
"60th lesson. Give me a lift to York."